Expectation. It's a law. The law of expectation was created by God Himself. Why? Because God invented prophecy. The first prophecy in the Bible, Genesis 3 verse 15. The seed of the woman will crush the head of the snake, after the snake has bruised his heel. So why did God give the promise? So that Israel would expect the coming of the Savior, the Messiah. And for 4,000 years, there was an expectation. And it finally got its fulfillment. Every word that God spoke to you, because it's from God, it's going to come to pass, come what may. But the hindrance is usually you, the person, the recipient of God's promise. Because many Christians have not learned the art of expectation. When you give your offering to God, do not think it's just a lineup to throw something in the basket. There are angels on the altar watching your sacrifice. God is a faithful God. He's not a user. He's not an abuser. When you come to the altar call and say, I'm giving my $100 for God's project, you did not just stretch your hand to give $100. There's something much more than that. And it is called the goodness of God. When you give to God, God has plans for you. And those plans are good for you. But when many Christians give, they go back and sit down in the pews. And they don't expect anything as a response to their sacrifice. The law of expectation says when you give in church, when you buy clothes for a destitute, when you send a dependable to school, and you are compassionate to the poor, and you don't ignore them when they cry for help on the traffic light, when they scream and sing a hymn, whenever you are helping a dependable, you are doing God's work. So when God gives you a word, a dream, a revelation, He's building expectation. And expectation leads to fulfillment. Expectation is the build-up for hope, and hope is the launchpad for faith. So why do you give offering when you don't expect a reward? Why are you even taking care of that offering in the first place if you don't believe that God is a rewarder? Why are you carrying the speakers, the cables, and you are working so hard in church, coming early in protocol, standing in the heat of the sun by the door? Why are you devoting yourself so much to serving, to intercession, to prayer? Why are you giving so much? Why are you forgiving your enemies even when they don't say sorry? Why are you trying hard to walk in righteousness when you don't expect God to be a rewarder? God is a rewarder. So you must expect